Okay, so call to order at 7:13 p.m. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see here. All we just are missing is Bonziak, Travis. I did message Travis. Um, and I'll probably will send you guys an email if you guys can forward me your guys' cell numbers so that I have that as another easier way to communicate with you. Just in case if you can do like because I know for sure for next semester I want to do a one-on-one with all of you, see how everyone is looking, how everything is coming to par. So okay, so anyone that is going to make a motion, please say their name and make a motion. Anyone that's planning to second, also say their name first and then second. So anyone want to adapt the agenda?
Should we, I hereby move the motion for the adoption of the agenda.
Perfect. So we got a motion to adopt the agenda. Who's gonna second?
And
LSC seconded.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so motion is been passed to adopt the agenda. Opening a new business. The minutes was simple. Everything, all the bills and resolutions got passed from both councils. So yay, I'm really happy. It's gonna be hopefully really good for all of us. And then pretty soon, Jared is going to be talking to me about getting someone to scribe for our minutes. So we will have written minutes in our next meetings here. So I'm really excited about that because that does help. But I'm just gonna open the gallery. Anyone have any public comments related to the agenda or that's not related to the agenda? I don't hear any. So we will pass. We did not have any guest speakers today. My report is since we are heading to the end of the school year, I honestly am giving you the good vibes to finish up strong. It has been tremendously difficult for, I'm guessing you for all of you guys with kind of getting your schedule back to normal. This is practically the very beginning year of normalcy throughout the campus. So hopefully you guys are finishing up strong, getting your assignments in. Your teachings are doing well, and I applaud you. So keep up the good work. We're gonna do. I will send out an email during break about discussing about times and days for our next meetings for next semester, so that all of us are on board. So if, for instance, you guys like Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, then we can make it at Tuesdays at 7 o'clock on Zoom or in person. I would like to try to at least have one or two meetings fully in person. I know some of you guys do have some teaching or have a second job, but I do want to try to get all of us together if we do need to update the bylaws, update new bills, so that we can get everyone's attention, because next semester it is going to be super crucial to get everything passed, to get things finished, so that we are ready and geared for the next administration to take over. So just I've been hearing that it's going to be a little bit more condensed as the than this semester. So just be prepared if we do have to stay a little bit more just to get everything edited, fixed before we present the bills to the main council. Other than that, I think that is my report. Um, so, does anyone have any questions, comments?
just a clarifying question.
Yeah,
So, do we have a situation whereby we'll have to convene for an emergency meeting or something like that?
I think if we do have an emergency meeting, let's just say if things did not pass, I would know, Jared will tell me, or the president and Jared will like CC me to like meet up. So for instance, let's just say we didn't get approved by UNM for this much funding, and grants needs to pass a bill to get to like move things around, then I will get that email, and we just email you guys, hey, we have an emergency meeting at this date, we need you to be here on this date so that we can edit the bill, look at it, and vote on it all right away. So just keep your emails open when it comes to seeing my emails there. But once I get everyone's numbers, it's gonna be easier when I can just put you guys in a group and text you guys in, so that you guys get at least secondhand of reminders, because sometimes emails, they don't go through. Like there's some emails that I'm getting right now that I haven't even seen for a couple of days that are very important. So at least having that second communication of getting your guys' numbers will help me a lot, but then also will help you guys a lot too, so that once I send you guys like, hey, we have a meeting there, you get a notification from like Google Calendar or whatever calendar that you use virtually, and it will be stored on there so that you guys know, okay, this, we have a meeting, and let me just move things aside and make sure that I attend to that. But if you guys can't make it to one of the meetings, it is okay. Just send me an email saying that you can't. But then also go to the GPSA website, look at the minutes, and there's a video and hopefully a written minutes, hopefully by next year, where you could watch the whole video or just read the minutes, what got passed and what got vetoed. So does that answer your question real quick?
Yes, thanks.
Perfect. Does anyone else have any questions or comments, concerns? Okay. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention. Does anyone want to approve the minutes? I'm so sorry. I should have said that first, but I spaced it. So anyone want to move the minute to approve the minutes?
Wilfred, I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, perfect. I got you second? Perfect. Okay. The motion to move the minutes has passed. So so we're good on that. Okay, the next thing is icebreakers. I want to get to know you guys a little bit more. There's some of you guys that I have worked with through GPSA for the past 3 years, and there's some that I barely know you guys. So I want to get to know you guys a little bit more. So just to get started, I'll introduce myself. My name is Ansley Menua. I'm a was born and raised here, but first generation American. Both of my parents are born in Nigeria. Um, I have one brother, one sister. My sister will be joining LSC next year, next semester, so it's going to be a good addition to our meetings here, and at least to get things voted. She's a medical student, so she's through the North Campus, and at least North Campus, if we have something to help them out, I would love to help them out. I own a flower business, and also my parents grow vegetables and fruits, and we sell them at the farmers market. Um, I'm right now in my office, slaying away during Christmas wreaths. So it's been truly fun. I've already got my master's in accounting, but I'm back again getting a little bit of my master's in data analysis. And then we'll be going to my doctorate soon. Um, and yeah, uh, I am just trying to live the life of finishing up everything before the end of the year. So, but I'm really excited um, to get things passed and make a huge impact for GPSA. So, I'm gonna call out Wilfred, introduce yourself, and then you call out someone.
Okay, so Wilfred Padmore, originally from Ghana. I did my bachelor's in Ghana, and I got a master's degree in Russia before coming here, and I have a second master's degree from UNM, and I'm working towards my PhD. I think this is my third year with GPSA working. First, I worked as the chair for the policy and compliance committee, and then for the past 2 years, I think I've been working as GPSA Attorney General. So everything that has to do with GPSA passes through me, making sure that we are not violating any of the bylaws and the constitutions. Yeah, so yeah, that's a little about me. And just to add that I am from a family of three ladies and then myself. Thank you. So I'm gonna call I'll call Rebecca.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca. Oh, but so I'm a third year PhD student at the Department of Chemistry. Yeah, before coming to UNM, I got my bachelor's from the University of Lagos in Nigeria. So I'm from Nigeria. I am the only girl of 4 children, and my family, every member of my family, is still in Nigeria. So what else? Nothing. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'll call
But
Blessing.
Rebecca, didn't you work as the finance chair in the past?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I worked as the finance chair for GPSA in the last session. Yeah, and yes, I worked with Wilfred and Ansley. And yeah.
Rebecca, it's been forever. I miss you. I hope.
Right. Yeah, I miss GPSA too. I miss everybody. It was a very wonderful experience, and it's good to still be able to be a part of it in some way. Yeah, so
Exactly.
I'm going to call Blessing.
Hi everyone, my name is Blessing. I'm in my third year PhD at the Department of Chemistry. I had my master's and bachelor's in Nigeria, so I'm from Nigeria. I'm the last child. And I've also been working with GPSA for 2 semesters now. And that's it. Thank you. So I'll call on Nadia too.
Okay, thank you, Blessing. So my name is Nadia Tidrisu, and okay, if you call me Nadia, I'm a second year master's student at the Communication and Journalism Department. So I had my bachelor's in Ghana. I'm from Ghana, and I attended the only university in Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And I know why I'm saying this. Wilfred, don't disagree. So I had an undergraduate studies in development planning, and I want to complement that with communication. So I'm here with my husband and baby, and I have some other babies who will be joining soon. So sorry if my background is noisy, I apologize for that. And I joined GPSA this semester when I was elected as the Congrats representative. And I'm also a member of the GPSA Council. And I'm hoping to serve GPSA and UNM more in the future. And I hope this will be a good grounds for me to learn more about GPSA and a lot of the works you are doing to help graduate students at UNM. So I'm happy to meet and work with all of you. And we will meet in other endeavors in the future. Thank you. I think it's left with the last person, which is Basirat, right? Oh, are we? Okay, I think I was the last person, right?
And I think it's Shay.
Shay.
Okay, Shay. So I hand over to you, Shay.
All right. Thank you. My name is Sheyi. I'm a second year PhD student in chemistry. And I joined GPSA this semester. I'm from Nigeria. I got my bachelor's in chemistry from Olabisi Onabanjo University in Nigeria. And then my master's from University of Ibadan, the first and the best university in Nigeria. I think that would be all. Thank you.
And actually, let me add that. So Ibadan and then University of Ghana were all formed in 1948, and those are the oldest universities in West Africa, which is why Nadia wanted to contest. I mean, yeah, but you know, being the first doesn't mean you are the best, Wilfred.
Oh my God, you guys are so funny. So honestly, all of us, we are all West African, West Africaners. I'm amazed. I love this group. So I'm super excited to work with all of you guys. So my next question to all of you guys is what is your guys's what do you guys want to see change through GPSA in terms of events, people, groups, whatever. So for me, what I would like to see a change is probably more of outreach in our and in GPSA. I believe that if you go around and talk to a lot of grad students, they still don't know what GPSA is, and we have a lot to offer. We give out grants, we give out a different type of merch to students when we have different events. But also I just want someone to make I just want to make a huge impact for graduate students, because I just feel like sometimes schools all over, especially in New Mexico, they see us as second class. We spend the most out of anyone in the university. We spend more time. Some of you guys will be slaying at 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock at your guys' departments trying to finish up a lab or a thesis. So I want to just cater so much, even if it's if the student's online or in person. I want them to have the best experience, and be proud as a Lobo, to be a Lobo. So hopefully, um, I would hopefully would like to work with Joseph to try to um, uh, make Club 89 or make other events more special, more thoughtful, and where more people who don't even know about us would know about us. So. Um, this is gonna be popcorn, so I'm just gonna take it away, Blessing. Here's the next one.
So, in addition to what you said, I feel, or I think GPSC is already working on this. So concerning the grant, I think it's in our best interest if we are not charged for probably 15%, or is it 30% now? So take for instance, I applied for a PGD grant and I'm entitled to get $500, and in the end, I don't have up to that amount. So I knew we already brought this up before, but I wish and I hope GPSC can look more into this so that students are not charged for any scholarship or grant they eventually get from GPSC.
And then I think what we could do for our next meeting is probably ask Ryan, no, not Ryan, but Aaron to come and probably answer some questions and see what we could do to get you guys going here, because I know there was a talk about being taxed if you guys were for international students, and that's not right. So hopefully we can figure out something to help out. So now you raised your hand, so me.
Yeah, I think for me, it's about our, what's the name, insurance premium.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the policy, it says that we are supposed to pay the same with our dependents, whether spouse or children, and it's the same amount. And I feel if GPSA could do something to help graduate students in that aspect, it will be very helpful, because a lot of us are here with our children and spouses, and they not having insurance, it's sometimes so much of a problem and a worry to us. And it's so expensive, because when you want to even enroll one person, let's say if I want to enroll only my husband, he has to pay the 1,539 for the fall semester, the 2,165 for spring, 923 for summer. That is too much. And thinking of if you have about 3 kids, though I inquired from the income support division of the state, and for children, they are able to give them, for children, they are able to give them Medicaid up to a certain age. I think if they are below 6 years. But what if the child you are still here and your child is above 6 years and your husband is also here? I think we need to look into that, because I have spoken with some other graduate students, and I feel they also share the same concern. So any support in that regard will be much appreciated. Thank you.
Awesome. That's really, 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 really a big problem that needs to be resolved. And I think that is a good idea to talk about that. Perfect segue to put our heads together for next semester to relay this to the council and see exactly what we could do for international students for sure, because anyone coming out of their own country to come here and realizing that health insurance is not free. It's expensive, and I'm worried because I'm going to be turning 26 next year, and I'm going to be out of my parents' insurance. So like, it's to the point where it's like, okay, I might have to find another job, even though my business has been doing well, just to have those benefits, to have all of that stuff here. But it's hard for someone that is just barely coming from their home country to come over here to go to school, and they bring their family, and not having insurance, it's not right, and it's super crucial. Rebecca, you have something,
Yeah.
your hand up.
So what I wanted to like maybe suggest something based on like what Nadiatu said, which is like a very it's a it's a very big concern for students. And I know that the graduate student union thing, they were trying to like as much as possible walk around like the insurance thing, but I don't know how far they've been able to succeed. But then there's a student parent office something in the university. And aside, I think last year I saw that they had the scholarship thing. But I don't think they are really doing anything particular. Like I don't see their impact, but they exist. So I don't know if maybe there's any way GPSA could like work with them, understanding that the percentage of students that are parents are more for graduates than for undergrads. So if they really should be serving anybody, they should be serving the graduate students more. So I don't know if there's anything GPSA can do to try to work with that office to see how they can maybe revamp things or make them actually like useful for the people that they are on campus for. So that's one. On the other part of the grant thing, I know that in the very first meeting when I think it was council meeting, Angela came and then we had the conversation around that and all that. We kind of came to a point where we talked about the possibility of them, instead of like giving the grants to students, allowing the students like maybe SGA or book and make purchase for the things the students need. That way they could circumvent having to pay for like tax, especially because the structure that GPSA has now have you bring receipts for what you spent money on. So imagine I have spent over like $700 to go for a conference or whatever I've done with the money. I can't get beyond 500, and then I'm taxed, and then I get I get 350. So that's like not really serving me as much. So, but I don't know for whatever reason, it wasn't like put into consideration in the grant modification or the bylaws modification that was discussed last month, which I don't think is fair. If you look at the percentage of grad students that are international students, quite a number makes up the own university's number. And then I don't know if it's an oversight or choosing to not like, because I know it will be a whole process, having to go through the different means to be able to like walk around, getting things to favor international students as much as possible. I know it wouldn't be easy, but then it would just mean that we are also aired and paid attention to if we make most of the number. And if you really look at the contribution of international students to the progress of the university, it's quite a lot.
It's a
So it
lot.
wouldn't be nice that people we make complaints or express grievances and then we don't see action.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
it
that
doesn't.
on that.
To go back from this here. So like I know in January we are gonna be pushing more in terms of the assistantship scholarship that could help all of us. If that assistant scholarship passes and we do get that next year, do you think that we are able to probably uh change bylaws to get more funding for GPSA to help other students or especially grad students with like paying more insurance or uh uh not get fully taxed with a couple of things because our budget is a little bit more than the asking than previous administrations. I don't know if you guys understand.
What's the assistantship thing? I don't know what assistantship
So
is.
the assistantship scholarship that you were part of this last year is it's kind of like the opportunity scholarship that the undergrads have right now
Oh, yes, yes.
that's helping them a lot by branching out more students to come to UNM and go to school. I know there a big thing that's been going on is that you guys, especially us, are heavily using uh like grad assistant just regular grad assistants and becoming TAs or TAs or
RAs.
anything that's around you guys' department that is paying your school that's paying your school fees, but that extra money that you do request and ask is a little bit scarce because we don't have that much because we have a low count of students. So because if that does happen where everything does pass, do you think that we should change a little bit of like the bylaws to help us try to um try to request more funding for um uh like conferences for let's just say if you go to a conference you don't get taxed at this certain period of time because we have enough funding to fully refund you back or something like that. What could we do to help? Because apparently um Justin in our last meeting said that um that bill to get the grad assistantship a scholarship could pass. That's most likely going to pass in the next legislation session. So we do gotta be prepared in case and discuss what other plans that we could add in to help us and help you guys so that you guys get enough funding as possible.
Yeah, so if you're talking about the graduate scholarship funding from the state government, right?
Yes.
Do you think that that scholarship would cover international students?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because especially for those who have been here for
Because I know that it's those things are usually considered for like residents.
I think initially by the bylaws, if we had to change it where if international students get like a percentage of the money it could provide them, or you guys will get another scholarship because we have extra funding from GPSA from just the residents to provide and help international students with more funding for conferences, more funding for their school, more funding for everything. Um, I feel
But
I think this
yeah, go
would be
ahead.
I think would be a good discussion to probably talk about like changing some bylaws to benefit for international students just in case of that bill passes. So I think just keep in mind, probably read a couple of passage through the bylaws and see exactly what could we change to help international students receive that funding as well, even though they're not fully a resident at UNM or you're fully a resident at New Mexico. That could at least benefit you guys and benefit us resident students.
Yeah, if it's hopefully I hope it passes. If the bill
It
passes and then
we were able to get that bill passed through the Senate. So if it got passed through the Senate, it's most likely gonna pass through the
it will
House of
pass.
Representatives.
Mhm.
Um, our next meeting, I believe, Jared will explain who is going to be going um to Santa Fe
Santa Fe.
to help and lobby. But the more students that are able to lobby and get more just get more outreach, the better that the bill could pass. So, and I know that they're that our lobby chair has been working hard and been going to Santa Fe multiple times just to check on and see exactly what their plans are. So most likely that bill is gonna pass.
Mm. Yeah, I know that if it passes, whatever money can get like from there and then to the students, it would mean something and it would be something for them if they are able to be a part of it. Definitely, I think it would be a good thing. It would be a good thing. And it would
And
go a long way in helping.
you're gonna be seeing a lot more students happier and a lot more students that are willing to come to school,
Yeah.
because I think the main problem for even all of us is just the price of
Funding
school.
part.
Everything is
Yeah.
expensive and not
Yeah, I
everyone
have
can just
one last thing though. Yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead. Let me finish. So it was about like engagement, and one thing I want to say is like the executive shouldn't really feel guilty about the lack of engagement as much. And that's because one, you're dealing with graduate students, and two, I've seen this happening or even other schools where like getting students involved in like graduate students involved in activities is not the easiest. So the I don't think that we should feel like, oh, we're not doing enough, or maybe, oh, GPSA is like not is lacking. Oh, look at this event, only 3 people showed. Oh, whoever was in charge didn't try. No, but instead of feeling like that, just channel the energy towards trying as much as possible, learn from the experience, and go forward from there. GPSC
Exactly.
and the executives involved are really doing a lot, trying their best, being students and having to like add all these other things to it. So don't feel like, oh, we had this event and only 3 people showed up. We didn't do well. No. It's like that, as you mentioned, some people are in their lab till 12 a.m. So do you think that person would be happy to come for a meet and greet just for the sake? Most likely not.
No, yeah, exactly. I know it's really difficult because I know all of us, we are all balancing our livelihood, our school, just everything alone. I'm wearing like 6,000 hats, and I'm trying my best to make it to everything. And not everyone can make it to things, but um, it would be cool to at least meet new people that I haven't seen that are actually coming to our events and stuff. Wilfred, you have something to say?
Yes, on the issue of what you like to see change going forward.
Yes.
So honestly, and this is from me as a person in my capacity as an individual, is that first I I know in some schools, right, here in the US, for grad student, your if you have an assistantship, your assistantship is based on your qualifications. So for example, if you're a first year PhD student, you don't get the same assistantship amount like somebody who is in second year, who's taking comprehensive exam, qualifying exam and all of that. I know UNM has a system where they have this postmasters level of assistantship and all of that. But personally, I don't see that reflect in what do you call it, in my department. I mean, maybe I'm not reading it correctly. And for example, if you come to a PhD program with a bachelor's degree and somebody comes with a master's degree, you are not placed at the same level. These are some of the things that as a person, I will be happy to see that happen because it's happening elsewhere. And I think this is not far reaching. It can be done. The second thing is about when we have our assistantship paid. I think it's not a big deal if they decide to pay every 2 weeks instead of paying every month the assistantship. I mean, that's my personal what do you call it, take on this changes that we want to see. Yeah, thanks.
Perfect. These are good things too.
I wanted to be clear about, so Wilfred, like, are you suggesting that a person in first year gets a different amount and then followed by a second year, third year, or final year PhD?
Yeah, so when you go to school, some schools, right, the assistantship amount is based upon which level. So first of all, if you come to a PhD program with a first degree, you don't get the same like paycheck as somebody who comes to the PhD program with master's degree. And then every level that you get to, so if you pass comprehensive exam, they upgrade how much you receive. That's essentially what it is. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a good idea, honestly.
These are perfect things to discuss. One thing that I would say is what I'm going to do is I will create a forum, and probably our next meeting I have council chair and Jared come in and at least so that he can hear these things, and we can create and form a solution to help all of us. Let's see if the rest of the council can pass a couple of things and hopefully make a good difference here. So did we got everyone for that question? Does anyone have anything else to add on?
And just a quick one.
Yeah.
Adding to the discussion about how DSAs participate in GPSA programs and about how the structure of council is at the moment. From my experience, I dare say that this is Gerard is one GPSA council chair who is placed council at the doorstep of the people. And I because I have been in GPSA for quite long, and I say this on authority, that he's made GPSA council more accessible to students than it used to be before. So I don't want anybody to get it twisted that maybe he is sort of foisting council members on GPSA. That is not entirely true, because I feel that in my department like this, right, we reach out to graduate students seeking for somebody to represent us in GPSA council. And it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, just because it doesn't come with any financial reward. And so if it comes to that crucial point, the best thing is to then reach out to students, and people come to GPSA, join the council at their own volition. In that case, I believe that when people are allowed to make that choice, they kind of become more committed than trying to use some some ways to get people to join certain meetings. So I think that was the only problem that personally, reflecting on what happened on Saturday, I think that thing shouldn't have happened. But of course, as Rebecca said, we have such opportunities to learn going forward. So I just wanted to add my voice to that discussion. Thank you very much.
Perfect. That honestly well said. Yeah, honest to the point of getting more council members from different departments. It is extremely hard, and I done it. When I got the position for LSC chair during July, I literally had to put on my sales hat and try to recruit students, and it's difficult. But I've learned that you always gotta follow where the grad students are. So trivia night on Wednesdays. I'm not going today because it's Thanksgiving week, and also we have a meeting here. But usually trivia nights on Wednesdays. I do sit down and hear a couple of people that are graduate students, and I got like 2 architectural students signed up for GPSA, and they came to our meeting last week. So it's been the first. I think we never had a architectural student become a GPSA council member in a very long time. So for the first time, trying to get a student from that department has been awesome. So if you guys have different strategies or different ways to cater and help us advertise to get more people involved in different departments, let me know and we can sit down and get things taken care of and we could create something cool. Yes, Wilfred?
Yes, and I forgot to say that I'm very much impressed that for the very first time, a student will say that he is giving out his own what do you call it, assistantship to share, just to motivate people to attend council. It's absolutely fantastic. I've not seen that done before. And so I think that people like this, we, instead of trying to vituperate we may not entirely agree with how things are done, but one way or the other, we rather want to pat them on the shoulder and say that, well done, and then we expect them to do more. So that's essentially what it is. Thank you.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so my next question is what would you like to see and for like different events, what would you like to see us doing for GPSA events that could kind of recruit more students into joining GPSA? I know we do have Club 89, but I think 2 years ago it was amazing. I enjoyed this, but we had a position called programs chair, and her name was Tara, and she created this International Friendsgiving Day where we had everyone from around the world bringing amazing dishes, and it was a lot of people and it was wonderful, and I got to spend time talking to people from Chile, people from more in south part of Africa, um Italy. We got some Italy students, a couple of people from Russia. It was amazing. And so something cool to entice more international students, something cool to probably do at North Campus is like doing like a fund run or a just something fun, like a fun event just to try to get students out from studying a little bit and at least taking a break and get to know the president, get to know council, get to know other people. So I will uh let's see here. I'll go to Blessing. Blessing, what would you like to, what other event would you like to see that would be cool that GPSA could do to recruit more students?
Well, I don't know if they've been organizing probably a movie night or something.
That'd be cool. Awesome. Nat?
Me, right? I had not. Okay, so I think for me it is around the timing. Maybe if it is somewhere around going for break, maybe the day before, I think it will be better, like instead of I'm saying this in relation to the recent event. Is it meet and greet, GPSA meet and greet? Yeah, I think the Friday was okay for me, but the week in which it was what didn't work like for me. So maybe doing it around fall break or spring break is, and I don't know if I'm getting it right, but let's say the day a day before we go for break in the semester will be fine.
That up there. Awesome.
Yeah. And then for me, I think it would be best to have like an evening program or evening event than having a program like midday, because sometimes people are usually like on their, maybe they have their primary assignment or they're in the lab doing something. So I guess the primary reason why most people didn't show up at the last event was because of the time. I think it was around between 11 and 12. So yeah, that might not really work for most people because some people need to be in class teaching and then they have other assignments. So after school hours will really work. Maybe let's say anything from 5 p.m. would probably be a good time, or even like 4:30, 4 should be a good time for people to come around and, you know, and participate in the program.
Perfect. This is good ideas. Awesome. Rebecca, you have something to say. I see your hand up.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe taking this event to the various maybe colleges. Like,
Apologies.
so instead of asking people to come, how about taking it to them?
Okay, like doing like more of a like a tour, like a GPSA tour
Something
to
like
the
that, like just like rotate it, maybe two colleges together and then find a middle ground for that and then and that
smart.
way I think it would also kind of help like involve the RDSA. So you know that these two colleges is
Yes.
made up of this so department. Then try to
Mm,
like reach the people in charge of those RDSAs, come together and say, we are bringing GPSAs event to your department or to your faculty or college this period. We would like to know where we can meet, where we can host this event. Just try to make them feel like they run the organization or they're running the event. And that way it would also be easy to kind of like get a feel of what people really want as opposed to what we think we should do.
ex Rebecca, yes. This is exactly that. This is the thing that I wanted to sit down and go over because these are amazing solutions that could have happened if we had a strategy and at least something to just to have a solution for Joseph or for anybody else that trying to figure out why we don't have uh um those credentials. So Perfect, exactly. So I'm writing all of these down. We'll relay this to Joseph, not Joseph, but to Jared.
Yeah, please, can I say something quick? So about the student participation thing, I think it's not only with GPSA program, because my department, we've had to like cancel events because you create a Google form for people to fill, and like you have only 2 people, and so it means that event needs to be canceled because like nobody's interested in. So I support the doing it like in groups in faculties, but not individual departments, because for my departments, I cannot like guarantee that people would participate, unless of course all that we have talked about the time, the day, the time and everything. But yeah, so it's
I think
just students' participation has just been low in a lot of events and not GPSs alone. Right.
that makes sense. So I think what we could probably do or discuss, or like for instance, anyone that is uh more engineering majors, we could probably do like a engineering GPSA conference at the fairs, or anyone that's more of digital arts, architectural, music and all that, so performing arts, that we do something from there. Anyone that's medical, anyone that's business and law, we could do business and law together. So um I think these are good strategies that we could do to combine all of them together. That way we can have outreach, and we could probably even get some of those student resource centers to come with us and branch out from there, so that any student that needs help or just needs some guidance, we all are giving out guidance to them. So these are good advices, good solutions. I love it. Um, anyone want to add?
Wilfred, yes. So I think the consensus we've had here is that international students are really like the international student community is big here in UNM. So and if you ask me, I think one of the groups on campus that is really doing well is PNMGC. So if you ask me, I'll say that maybe you want to collaborate with them in such a way that during the beginning of the semester, they have an orientation period. Maybe the PRO of GPSA would like to ask for a slot for maybe just a few minutes or something like that to introduce students to what GPSA is. Because yes, we do send newsletters every now and then, but I can tell you that most students don't even check what, people don't even know what GPSA is. So if we can leverage the opportunity that PNMGC presents, we can make very good inroads from there, where we'll have people to understand what GPSA is, what students can get. Because I spoke with people in my department and I was pleasantly surprised that people who've been here for like 4 years, they don't even know that GPSA gives grants and all of that. It is very surprising, but that is the stark reality. So maybe we want to use some of these routes to get students involved, and I guess that will be the way to go going forward. Thank you.
I think that's really smart. Yes. Yes, Rebecca. Yeah, I think that's really smart. And I think one of the big things here that I was trying to push more is that GPSA should collaborate with UNF communications and UCAM, because the reason why ASUNM is getting more people, getting more funding, especially from the getting more graduate students to even come to their events, is that they heavily use social media to get a point out. Everyone has an Instagram. A lot of people have Instagram. A lot of people have Facebook. That's just another way, especially a lot of international students. That's another way to get a hold of family members, friends, family, whoever. And by that, most likely all of you guys are following UNM Instagram page. So by seeing like a story or a reel or a TikTok or something, it says, "Hey, GPSA is having an event on this date. Oh, this will be perfect." Or GPSA has a scholarship or has a grant, or get to know or have that meet and greet. I think the meet and greet wasn't fully publicized, and if it was a little bit more publicized, I think we would have gotten more people, but it wasn't. So a couple of things that we can all work on and trying to see if we can publicize it more. So hopefully if we can work with UCAM next semester, that would be perfect. And then does anyone have any questions?
Yes,
Yes.
it's not a question, but it's something that's nearly escaped my mind, and I wanted to mention it. Yeah, it's not related to event, it's about the grants we just graded, the reading. And I think with the PDG, we require the students to kind of link how their attendance is going to benefit UNM and New Mexico at large. I feel with that rubric for grading, we need to like kind of work around that, because if a student is just attending, I don't like we may just have to be forcing them to kind of lie around how that attendance is going to benefit UNM and New Mexico community. With those NMRG, I think that one makes sense. But with PDG, and so sometimes I had to email the grants chair whether I could be very lenient with that option, because it had some points for relating what your activity to the benefit of UNM. So my point is that I think we should work around the rubrics for grading the grants too. Thank you.
Perfect. So I
Yeah.
think
Ansel, quick
that,
one. Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I am with the grants committee, so I think I can speak to that. So
Go ahead.
what we have done, and you see in the next grant cycle, no, I think actually will take effect the next academic year, right, Ansley? Because we got it passed, so probably will be June.
It could be next semester though, because I don't know. It could be next semester.
Well, let's see, because what we have done is to really clean some of the rubrics from the system. So you are not going to see some of these things going forward. That I can assure you. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you guys do want to reference that, it's the email that I sent you guys for the previous meeting on November 11th. That will you just read through it, and the lines you start seeing some that are crossed out. That means that it's going to be deleted and you won't see it, and it's not required. So and honestly, Wilfred, you and Aaron did a wonderful job. So I'm really glad that that bill passed. And so that's going to benefit a lot of students. So we're almost done with this meeting here. I got two more questions here, and this is just separate from GPSA. Since Thanksgiving is tomorrow, what dish are you going to be looking forward to eat? I am looking forward to eat tamales. Tamales, I love them, especially the chicken green chili. Those are my favorite. and cranberry sauce. Let's see, Rebecca, what would you like?
Are you asking what I would like to eat?
Yes, what would you like to eat for Thanksgiving tomorrow?
A bowl of peppered pomo. That's all I'm craving now. A bowl of peppered pomo. Do you know what pomo is? That's
Yes,
cow skin. So
yeah,
serve me a bowl of peppered pomo, and then everything will be all right tomorrow.
perfect. Choose the next person.
Yeah, Wilfred.
Oh my God, Ruben. Well, mine wouldn't be related to Thanksgiving, but honestly, I'm craving for tilapia with some hot pepper. Yeah.
Yum. Choose the next person.
I'll go for Shay.
Okay, so I'm actually looking forward to turkey tomorrow. I think it's one of the most common meats for Thanksgiving celebration. So of course I can't miss that tomorrow. And if I miss that tomorrow, I'll definitely not miss that on Friday. Yeah.
Choose the next person.
Okay, blessing.
Maybe I'll do goat's meat pepper soup.
Pepper, goat meat, super delicious. And then that, I think you're the
Nadia
last
too.
person.
Okay. In fact, it's your question that is now getting me to think of what I'll eat tomorrow. So, yeah, tomorrow I was preparing. It's been a while I took gobe, like beans and fried plantain. So I was actually looking at my ripe plantains today and making plans around that. So it's not just in relation to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
That's what I took this evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And me this morning.
All right.
Okay, to finish up everything, who makes a better jollof rice?
Absolutely, it's Ghana.
Ghana
It's Ghana. Absolutely.
Honestly, how can you ask that
There's no
question?
contest.
Nigeria owns it now. Is it the colored? I don't know what color of rice you guys use. It's too dark.
Give it to Nigerian jollof rice.
Give the award to Nigeria.
Me, I tasted Nigerian jollof. I didn't like it too. Now, wow.
I don't know the one you tasted. They didn't cook that one well. So I can't speak for that one that you ate, but Nigerian jollof is the best. Ghanaian jollof, sorry.
It seems too dry for me.
Yes, and they're very dark. I don't know, maybe it's because they make the base burn or whatever. But I'm like, why is it this dark?
Oh, as for the darkness, I can explain. Like, you know that a lot of protein stuff are dark, right?
Exactly.
If you see a quality soup, one of the ways you can tell its quality is the color.
Exactly.
The more there is protein, the more it changes the color. That is why even iron is dark. Like you even take the sulfates, what it's dark. So like it is dark, but it just means that it's very rich.
Yes.
And as for me, to resolve the Ghana Nigerian jollof, what I know is that as long as you are in Ghana, Ghana jollof is best. When you move to Nigeria, Nigeria jollof is best.
Then
we find ourselves in the US here,
whose right is the best?
I think Shay will help me in this regard, that Shay, having eaten Ghanaian jollof several times since he came here, he will attest to the fact that Ghana jollof supersedes Nigerian jollof. It's as simple as that.
You know,
The-
if you talk about
I
bread,
disagree.
the Ghana
Hey,
tea bread, I can give it to you guys.
I disagree.
But when we come to this rice thing, Abba now, leave it for us.
Okay,
Yeah.
Judge, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I oppose that we should do a cook down on the beginning of the school year. Who and we could see who will win if it's a Ghanaian or Nigerian jollof rice. I want to see who's gonna win. uh, okay, y'all. So I think just to end everything here, I'm just really impressed. This was a really good, amazing meeting. I was able to hear you guys' input, hear you guys' thoughts and stuff here, and I'm just really happy and blessed that honestly that you guys were able to share this and share all of this to me. So um good step. This was a good meeting. So clap, pat yourself on the back. I think we do have one more meeting next month, but I'll double check. If not, then like I think this is the last meeting of the year. Um January, I will still be excuse me. I'll still be here in the US. I was planning to go to England for 3 weeks to go see my relatives and my best friend, but that might change. I know in March we're gonna have to move the meeting a little bit earlier because I'll be heading to Nigeria for a week during before spring break. So
We're in Nigeria.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. My parents built built a house at my grandfather and my dad's side compound. So we're gonna look at it and see if it looks good, and hopefully some of our relatives didn't move in. So um I'm excited. I'm really excited to see see the place there. And if you guys need anything from Nigeria, let me know. Then I'll stock up, grab whatever, and bring it back home.
Yeah, I need Maryland cookies from Nigeria.
Okay. Okay. I'll text you guys on the group chat. So please send me your guys' numbers, that email that I sent you. So I can have it saved on my device and create a group chat right away. And so that any other future meetings that we're gonna have, um I will post it on there so that you guys know. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, just let me know. But yeah, does anyone else have anything else before we adjourn? Okay, who wants to make an emotion to adjourn?
Shaggy, I move the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, who's gonna second?
Yeah, Nadia.
Blessing second. Okay.
Perfect. Well, the LSC meeting is gonna be adjourning around 8:27 p.m. Mountain Time. You all have a wonderful, amazing Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back hopefully by next semester or our next meeting. So thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Don't forget to stop recording.